Is the Instagram algorithm killing your visibility and growth? Well, Instagram just revealed exactly how to grow with the algorithm and build your audience faster than ever, including a simple tip that's psychologically proven to increase your engagement. How to grow followers with the Instagram algorithm, how beginner creators can be seen if there are algorithms killing visibility, and whether or not running ads will actually help your organic reach on Instagram or hinder it. This new information came thanks to the CEO of Instagram running a Q&A on his Instagram story titled "Ask Me Anything About the Algorithm," where people flooded in with questions galore. So today we're looking at some of his answers to the best questions around building your audience with the algorithm on Instagram. And I'll also be adding in my own 2 cents and experience from building accounts and brands on Instagram over the past 7 years. Now, I post tips, tricks, updates, and strategies to help you build a profitable Instagram following twice a week here on YouTube. So if you want to see more of that, smash a like and subscribe to the channel. So the first question we're going to look at is, how does one grow followers with the algorithm? Here's what he had to say.
There's no silver bullet, unfortunately, but in general, try new things and experiment because every audience is different. Lean into video because the demand seems to be insatiable, and try and be clear about what your angle, what your differentiation is, why people should be interested in you.
Okay, very interesting answer, which I think, again, is something that I've talked about a lot on the channel. One of the big takeaways from this answer is to lean into video, as people are loving video. And that's something you need to understand in general about the algorithm. The algorithm doesn't necessarily push certain types of content. Like, the algorithm doesn't decide that it prefers video, so they're going to push video. What happens is people respond better to video, the algorithm sees that, and then the algorithm gives people more of what they respond to, and that can change every day, every week, every month, etc., depending on what people are interested in. So at the moment, people love video. So if you create video content, you can get better reach, which is as well why Reels are doing so well. This doesn't necessarily mean feed posts are dead. You can still get a ton of reach with them, but this is just one idea to add to your profile. The second big takeaway from this is, he said, get clear on who you're trying to reach and how you're going to serve them, which is pretty much, again, what I preach on this channel. If you can really understand like your audience, who you are creating content for, then you can create content a lot better. If you can get really specific about serving this specific audience, you will understand what they like, what they don't like, what they want to see, what they don't want to see, and from that, you'll be able to create content they better engage with, and that'll push you out to more people, because again, when people engage with your content, the algorithm simply sees that and pushes your content. The algorithm is simply measuring how people react to your content and then deciding based off that whether they should push it out to more people and what specific people or not. It's not just killing you for no reason. If you're not getting the reach, it's most likely because people are not engaging with it well. Now, the next answer we're going to look at is a really short but interesting one, I thought, and it's when someone asked him, do photos with people's faces do better than other things? So I'm going to play that clip. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
There's no one size fits all to this kind of question. Ranking doesn't try to prioritize people's faces, but in general, yeah, people tend to respond more to pictures of people than pictures of things. And that just is human nature.
Which I found interesting. He's saying that when you've got your face in it, or whether the main source of what the account's all about is in the photo, people tend to respond to it just due to human nature and human psychology, which then again, the algorithm picks up on this and they push it out to more people. So an interesting thing to try if you're building a personal brand is put yourself in the content. I always advise having valuable stuff in the content, but you can mix it up as having valuable and yourself in there. So if you're a fitness coach, it could be a photo of you, and you could have, 3 workout tips or 3 diet tips for this, or different tips and tricks like that, but also with yourself in it, so you get both value and both yourself in there. As by the sounds of things, people love people, which makes sense. Now, the next answer we're looking at is when someone asked, does investing money into ads improve our organic reach? And this is something that I think a lot of people have been curious about, and I actually had a friend of mine, Hebe, ask me this recently after she was going through our program. She was looking at running some ads to boost her account organically, was asking. So we'll take a look at this clip and then I'll add in my own 2 cents and what I told her as well. Let's get into it.
Not directly, no. Organic ranking is trying to connect people with what they're interested in, and if you pay to also reach people, that is great. We love that. We support that. but that doesn't mean you get any extra love or juice when you post to your followers.
Now, this is actually pretty much the exact answer that I gave to Hebe when she sent me this question recently, asking basically exactly that about 3 or 4 days ago. And the answer I gave her was pretty much similar to this. Running ads can be a great way to retarget your audience and to promote products. However, at the end of the day, it won't massively increase organic reach on your content itself.
But I would say it's kind of a waste to use ads to get organic reach. It's different if you're using ads to retarget people and promote an offer, or to promote people to follow your account. But when it comes to boosting content, I wouldn't do that. I would purely focus on just trying to get organic reach through creating more engaging content, using reels, hashtags, all of those strategies there.
Before we move on to the next question though, I will add that running retargeting ads is actually something that's probably really slept on with Instagram, where you can push your content back into people who follow you, maybe just to get in front of them more often, and pay to do so. So it won't necessarily grow your audience, but it'll get you in front of more of your followers and maybe get them seeing more of your content, which allows them to then engage with more of your content, which could favor you in the algorithm. And finally, the response you've all been waiting for: how beginner creators can be seen if there are algorithms killing visibility. Now, before I play this clip, if you've been paying attention to what I've been saying in this video, you'll know that algorithms aren't killing your visibility. People not engaging with your content is killing your visibility. If people were better responding to your content, if they were sharing it more often, if they were watching your videos the whole way through, if they were liking it, if they were commenting and so on, the algorithm will be pushing your content. So it's not the algorithm that is necessarily hurting you, it's people's lack of interest in what you're posting. I know that's the harsh truth, but if you sit there and blame the algorithm, there's nothing you can do to change the algorithm. Absolutely nothing. But there is things you can do to change the way people respond to your content to then improve it within the algorithm. You can work on your editing, you can better understand your audience, you can create more interesting content, you can spend more time researching content, all of these different things that you can bring in. Anyway, here is Adam's answer.
So we definitely don't want to kill visibility for new creators. In general, though, the key thing is in places like Explore, where you're seeing something not because you follow someone, we need to be better about finding new small creators, and we're working exactly on that.
So there it is. They're not necessarily limiting the reach of small creators. They're more just trying to find an effective way to find trustworthy new creators, if that makes sense. And that's one of the big things about getting your content onto the Explore page that I don't think a lot of people pick up on. And that is the fact that when your content is getting pushed on the Explore page, Instagram is putting it in front of people who did not yet choose to follow you. So this is highly sensitive sort of real estate. Because if Instagram were to put an offensive post or a bad post or something like that on the Explore page to someone who has not chosen to follow them, that could act or end up really badly for them. It's completely different when you're looking at ranking in your feed, because people have chosen to follow you and they know what content they're expecting when they sign up. However, on the Explore page, Instagram has to really trust your account and trust your content to get you on there, which is often why smaller accounts don't get on the Explore page as much, because they haven't given Instagram enough data to prove that they are a trustworthy, interesting, valuable account, which is why often at the start, you'll need to use strategies like the $80 strategy, or use hashtags, or expect people to share your content, so creating really shareable content, or going out there and spending money on influencer marketing to build up that initial audience, which is a service we offer at our agency for a specific niche. And all of these different things. And then once you've got a few thousand followers, you're starting to get a lot of engagement and you're consistently putting out content people positively react to, Instagram will trust your account more, and they will be able to put you here, and they'll be able to trust that if they put your content onto the Explore page, you're going to do a good job of entertaining their audience. And at the end of the day, that's what it really comes down to, is them trusting you. So by the sounds of things, Instagram are just trying to work on that system to improve it so they can find a better way of trusting these smaller, innovative creators by putting them on the Explore page, but at the same time, not featuring content that is offensive, breaks the terms of service, or is just lower quality. So Not sure exactly how they're going to do that. That's not my expertise, but it's cool that they are working on it. So to sum up today's video title of how to grow with the algorithm, it would be to look at these two things. Firstly, keep split testing with your content. Try different things out, different formats, whether that be switching between feed posts to reels to videos, and trying all of them out and seeing what works best, as well as trying out the substance of your content. Do you make more funny, humorous content in your niche, or do you keep it really, really serious and maybe split test the two of them, see what works best, or different specific sub niches or topics inside of your niche that you can talk about and see what people enjoy the most. The second thing is the algorithm is only measuring how people respond to your content. It's not really picking and choosing based on who they like or don't like. It's mostly measuring the response. So if you want to improve your rankings, it comes down to getting more engagement and a better response out of your audience. On top of that, if you can have faces in your images, that is psychologically proven, according to Adam, that you will actually get more engagement just from human nature. Although I'm sure there's some situations and some pages where that is not the case. You don't have to do that. And finally, paying for ads won't increase your organic reach any more than someone who isn't paying for ads. Only creating better content that better aligns and better serves your audience will improve the way people respond to it, which will get you pushed more in the algorithm. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel for 2 videos every single week about building a profitable following online. And if you want a more in-depth training on how to build a profitable following on Instagram, more in-depth, more step-by-step, more worksheets and so on, then check out my Instagram course link down below. You can go through that. That is it for today from me, and I will see you all next time. Have a good one.